Shiva தனி பேரும் கருணை தனி பேரும் கருணை அருள் பெரும் ஜோதி. ஓம் நமே சிவாய, ஓம் நமே சிவாய, ஓம் நமே சிவாய, சிவாய நமோ, சிவாய நமோ, சிவாய நமோ, சிவாய நமோ, சிவாய நமோ, சிவாய நமோ, சிவாய நமோ. Take your hand, you open this, put the rice, put rice in that pot. Take the rice, put it there for Shiva. Put your hand. Should be cool. Got it, right? Anybody got a silver coin just to put there for Shiva? Somebody can be kind enough to light us a camphor right through. Wash your hands up. Don't worry. Om Name Shivaya. Om Name Shivaya. Om Name Shivaya. Shivaya Namo. Shivaya Namo. Shivaya Namo. Shivaya Namo. Shivaya Namo. Shivaya Namo. Haraye Namo. Haraye Namo. Haraye Namo. तस्मै श्री गुरुवे नमः. ध्यानमूलं गुरुर्मूर्ति, पूजामूलं गुरुपदम्, मंत्रामूलं गुरुर्वैक्यं, मोक्षामूलं गुरु कृपा. ओम शिवाय शिवाय ओम शिवाय ओम. What is his name?
Dhanasegran.
ஓம் நம சிவாய. எங்கள் அருமை தனசேகரன் மொட்லி அவரோடு ஆத்மக்கு சாந்தி தர வேண்டும். உன் கதவை நீ திற வேண்டும். ஓம் ஈசாய போற்றி, ஓம் ஏகாய போற்றி, ஓம் ஒளியே போற்றி, ஓம் கதியே போற்றி, ஓம் சங்கராய போற்றி, ஓம் பரபிரம்மாய போற்றி, ஓம் பரமாத்மாய போற்றி, ஓம் தேவாய போற்றி, ஓம் ஏகாய போற்றி, ஓம் ஒளியே போற்றி, ஓம் கதியே போற்றி, ஓம் சிவ சிவாய போற்றி. ஓம் ஹர கர மகாதேவாய், ஹர கர மகாதேவாய், பார்வதி ரமணாய் சதா சிவாய், ஹர கர மகாதேவாய், கௌரி ரமணாய் சதா சிவாய், கௌரி ரமணாய் சதா சிவாய். சிவனே கதவே திற வேண்டும், சிவனே கதவே திற வேண்டும். அம்மையேங்கப்பா ஒப்பிலாமணியே கதவே திற வேண்டும். எங்கள் அருமை தனசேகரன் மொட்லி அவரது ஆத்மாக்கு சாந்தி தர வேண்டும். ஓம் நம சிவாய, ஓம் நம சிவாய, ஓம் நம சிவாய. ஹர ஹர மகாதேவ சம்போ, ஹர ஹர மகாதேவ சம்போ. இந்த சுல்காற்றிலும் இருப்பவனி அந்த காளிகா தேவி, அகிலாண்ட கோடி பிரம்மநாயகி, महाशक्ति महादुर्गा. ओम कालिका शक्तिये नमः. ओम महाकाली माता की, ओम महाकाली माता की. Somebody can bring that prayer box. We're going to the all bearers. Yeah. श्री कृष्णा गोविंद हरे मुरारी, हे नाथ नारायण वासुदेवाय.
எனது அன்பு தெய்வங்களே, நோயில்லா வாழ்க்கையை கொடுத்து செல்வர் அந்த பாடுபோர், அதாவது நமது காலம் சென்ற திரு தனசேகரன் ஜேசன் ஒட்டி அவர்களுக்கு. Ladies and gentlemen, may we all rise, put our hands together, join the Moodley family in the opening prayer. முன்னவரே உலகலாம். I humbly call upon the officiating priest to do the prayer. திரு தனசேகரன் ஜேசன் ஒட்டி அவர்களுக்கு அவர் ஆத்மாவோம் நற்கதியும் சாந்தி ஓம் சாந்தி ஓம் நமச்சிவாய வாழ்வினால் தான் வாழ்கள் இனி பொருளும் என் நெஞ்சில் நீக்காதான் வாழ்கள் ஈசனரி போற்றி எங்கேறி போற்றி தேசனரி போற்றி சிலம் சேவரி போற்றி ஓம் எல்லோரும் நன்றி. அமர்தல் seated. Ladies and gentlemen, as you know that we are all gathered here on this day for passing away one of our very, very great brothers. He was Dhanasegran Jason working your feeling us for 50 years. We are going to be commencing with the viewing I very humbly ask everyone to want to please come to you, please be the family in minister to become in one fire, and you will continue to giving it to us and take your time. You will take your time, and it is going to be life-changing as well. There is a big screen later on, we are going to have various services. I humbly call upon the family, friends, relatives to come one at a time, take your time in all of these matters, and then you can view and then you can go and sympathize with the family that are being sitting right all in front of you. Make an amendment. நாராயணா ஹரி நாராயணா நாராயணா ஹரி நாராயணா 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 ஹரி நாராயணா Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Moodley family, I want to take the opportunity of calling upon the tribute by Haitian Governor, who is the eldest nephew, Bianca Murugan, who is the eldest niece, Vidya Governor, who is the niece, and Natalia Murugan, who is the youngest niece, on behalf of all the cousins, brothers of the country, I humbly call on them to take their name.
Good afternoon, family and friends. Thank you all for being here today to honor and celebrate the life of someone who meant the world to us, our mama. Last night, my cousins and I sat together trying to find the right words to describe who mama truly was to us. But the truth is, how do you put someone like him into words? How do you capture a soul so vibrant, so generous, so full of love and life? Mama wasn't just a person to us, he was a presence. He was warmth, he was laughter, he was love. He was Ma and Tata's biggest pride and joy. And the bond that they shared was something truly special. Mama adored them and they adored him right back. And I know that this is unimaginably hard right now, but I want to say to Ma and Tata, hold him close in your hearts. Know that your baby boy is still with you. He's your guardian angel now, watching over you, loving you just as fiercely as he always did, from a little further away. Mama was one of the most straightforward, no-nonsense people you could ever meet. And he could really make you laugh. One of the things that I will forever hold close to my heart is the way that Mama would show up. No matter the situation, no matter how heavy life might have been for him, he'd rock up with the biggest, brightest smile and the most contagious laugh. You couldn't help but feel better by just being around him. And if I ever needed something, and if it was in Mama's power to give, it was already mine. That was just who he was, giving, selfless, quietly strong. According to my younger cousin Darren, Mama was the OG sardine and pickle master. And listen, if you ever tasted anything that Mama whipped up, you know exactly what it means. The man was a legend in the kitchen. For me, it was always incredibly special that I got to share a birthday with him. No matter where it was, Mama would show up, wrap me in the biggest bear hug, and wish me a happy birthday in that unmistakable voice of his. Well, I'll be honest with you, it hurts so much to know that I won't get that anymore, that I won't feel that laugh, that I won't feel that hug on my birthday. Mama was resilient and so strong. He went and left us without a word, without a warning, and that was so typical of him, always protecting his family, always putting us first. Mama didn't need much, he never asked for more. His needs were few, but his heart was massive. His nieces and his nephews were his world, and he always knew it. He celebrated us, he laughed with us, he showed up for us, and carried us in his heart. Every single day, he brought joy into every room, every gathering, every ordinary moment that he touched. And when it came to his brother-in-law. The smile and the awe that he had in his voice when he spoke about it. You've never seen pride like the pride Mama had for each and every one of them. And for his sisters, he was their biggest supporter, their loudest cheerleader, their quiet, constant rock. Mama was the most fiercely protective brother. Mama had this unmatched ability to make you feel seen and loved no matter who you were. He was our pro bono engineer, our go-to guy, our protector. He would give you his last just to make sure that you had enough. That's the kind of man that he was. And even though it's painfully hard to let go, there's a certain peace in knowing that he is now with Lord Shiva, where his soul can finally rest free from pain. Mama, I will always, always love you. You are forever in my heart. And wherever you are now, I know that you're lighting up the place with your laughter. You're the life of the party as you always were, and I can only imagine the joy on everyone's faces up there now that you've joined them. Thank you for everything, Mama, for your love, your lessons, your loyalty. The five of us will carry you with us, always. I love you.
Good afternoon, family and friends. Mama has not prepared me for this day, so please bear with me as I try to pay tribute to my Mama. I greet you today with the heaviest heart because it's the first time ever that Mama has made me cry. Mama, how do I put into words the kind of person you are or describe the bond that we both shared? Of the many blessings, big and small, having you as my Mama was the greatest blessing of all. I just want to hold you one more time. I just want to hug you one more time and tell you how much I love you. I will always be your baby. Mama, you were so awesome. You had such a beautiful, pure soul, and you yourself didn't know it. You spent your days pleasing people, helping people, uplifting people, and you spent your days putting a smile on people's faces and brought laughter into every room that you entered. Yet you never cared for yourself. You always showed up, you always helped without hesitation, and you always put everyone else before you. You spent your life being a blessing to everyone around you, and while you were slowly getting weak and fading away, you leave a legacy of love and kindness that will live with us forever. Mama, we love you so much and cannot imagine life without you in it. When I come to Ma's house, I expect you to be there to tell me I'm your baby and you love me so much. Mama, you just oozed love. And you just gave it to everybody and anybody. I am so grateful for my 23 years with you, and I wanted to spend so much more time with you. I wanted you to be here to celebrate so many milestones with me. Our family chain is broken now, Mama, and it will never be the same. I keep replaying the moment in my head when Dad said Mama is not here anymore, and it doesn't feel real. I know you're not in any more pain, and I know you're with Lord Shiva, but I wasn't ready for you to go. The words that always ring in my head is, you will always be Mama's baby. No one loves you more than Mama. You would sit with me and make jokes and we would laugh together. In the week, I was so mad at Mama for letting himself go, but then I realized I needed to forgive him so he can rest. Mama and Tata love you so much. They are grateful for the love and care you have shown them. Even though you would sometimes annoy each other, you three always had each other's back. Ma and Tata will miss you so much, but we promise to love and care for them. Ma, Tata, my heart aches to see you cry. I wish I could take your heartache away, but everything is going to be okay. You have sons in Dad, Uncle Francis and Uncle Yogi, and you have your grandchildren that will always be there for you. Mama, everything that I do, I will be thinking of you and you will always be in my thoughts. I love you so much, Mama. You have lived life with a golden heart. So much simplicity, and your needs were so few, yet you have captured the hearts of so many. I love you, Mama. Mommy loves you, Dad loves you, and Anna loves you. We all can't imagine any celebration without you in it. Go well, Mama. You will always be my Mama, and I will always be your baby. I will see you in every star, every sunrise, and every sunset.
Good day, family and friends. Hi, Mama. I never thought this day would come, especially not so soon. You are the kind of person who would show up unexpectedly at our door just to visit. I can still remember those visits so clearly. You'd hug me so tightly and proudly say, "That's my baby." It breaks my heart to know that I'll never hear your voice again or smell your scent, a mix of baby powder and cigarettes that was uniquely you. If I had to describe Mama, I'd say he had a heart of gold. He always helped others without expecting anything in return. He could walk into a silent room and fill it with laughter and light. He had such a bubbly personality that no one could tell the struggles he faced. He was so simple and content. Most of all, he was our Mama. On days when Dad couldn't fetch me from primary school, Dad would phone Mama, and Mama, being the person he was, he dropped everything to make it on time. He even fought with the security guards because he parked his car in the teacher's parking lot saying, "I'm picking up my niece." And Mama, being Mama, even caught my principal's attention. I remember the announcement, "Natalia Murgan, grade 5B, please make your way to the office." I walked with my backpack, and as I walked down the staircase, I see Mama and my principal waiting, and automatically I smiled knowing it was him. He was picking me up. My principal asked me if I knew him, and I said proudly, "That's my Mama," and proceeded to hug him. And best believe that every time Mama picked me up, he'd stop by the shop near Ma's house. He'd ask me, "What do you want, baby?" I'd say nothing. He'd go inside and come out with a slab of chocolate. Another fresh memory I have is from 7 weeks ago. I returned from my trip to London and I visited Ma and Tata. As I was leaving the house, I spotted Mama on the road. He said, "Hey, you went to London and never took me." I said, "Mama, you need a visa." He replied, "I would have made a plan." My dad proceeded to say that I'd take him there one day. I promised Mama that I'll carry you with me wherever I am in the world, because I know very well that you were proud of all your nephews and nieces' accomplishments. We were your pride and joy, and we will continue making you proud. 5 days before I left for my trip, you hugged me, basically smothered me, and me being me had got annoyed. But now I wish for nothing more but to get one last hug. He loved us deeply, and he showed love in quite meaningful ways. Whether it was bringing us herbs to clean or making the best pickles we've ever tasted, he had this way of making life feel simple, pure, and full of love. Another memory I have of Mama is how he was always my biggest cheerleader. Whenever I sang karaoke, even if I was completely off key, he would proudly say, "My baby is so good." I'll say it again. Mama, you had a heart of gold and you left too soon. You lived your life unapologetically and on your own terms. If there's one thing I learned from his life and from his passing, it is this. Life isn't about material possessions. It's about being humble. It's about being kind. It's about giving more than you can take. And if there's one thing I'll take with me moving forward, it is the lesson that life is uncertain. We never know how much time we have. So I will live with no regrets. I will make the most of every moment. I will laugh deeply, laugh loudly, and give generously, because that's exactly what he did. Mama, thank you for teaching me that. Thank you for showing us what it means to have a heart of gold. You will live on in our hearts forever. Mama, I promise to keep everything we spoke about and to make you proud. I love you, Mama. Always and forever. I know you can hear me. And I ask that you continue to watch over our family. Knowing you laugh at us when we stumble, but then you lift us up again. You were always an angel in the lives of so many people. Now you just have wings.
Good afternoon, family and friends. I believe my sisters have said everything there was to be said, so I'll try to be brief. However, this cannot be a conventional speech, as Mama was no conventional man. Once he progressed, he was a monk. In the good ways, and the bad. He lived life on his own terms, and had more adventures than anyone had known. Despite all his privilege and potential, he chose his path to live in service of others, wherever prioritizing problems of others over his own. He held no title more proudly than this. He held no title more proudly than Mama, so much so that he always spoke in the third person. Who's your mom? Mama loves you. Where's Mama's babies? Don't play with Mama, because Mama has fucked that up. And the list goes on. Growing up, Mama felt that I wanted to be strong with you. And all I ever wanted was to be as strong as you. Even in your final days, you were able to show me what was the power you do. Thank you for the fearfulness you've given me, knowing I could get away with whatever I wanted because you'd be there to protect me. Thank you for teaching me by example how to see the good in the bad, to be unapologetic for who I am, to be able to laugh my way through any situation, and to love unconditionally. I'm sorry if I've ever made you feel unappreciated. Thank you for giving me this possibility. I promise to carry a legacy with pride and to care for our family just as you did. Thank you.
Also, our last tribute to the same nieces and nephews is by Darren and Ed, whose name would have been mentioned. But can we also talk about Darren and ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the Francis Murugan, on behalf of the Francis Murugan, we have our very respected elders to do a song tribute. A song by Michael John. I very humbly call upon Mr. Michael John to take tribute on behalf of the Murugan family. We'd like to play a special song to the bereaved family who are saying, no amount of words can ease your pain, but we say to the family, just take it one thing at a time. But I'm only human, but I'm just a man. Help me believe what I could be and all that I am.
of you. Lord, give us the strength to do every day what we have to do. Yesterday's gone, almighty, and tomorrow may never be mine. Lord, help me today, show me the way, one day at a time. Lord, help me today, show me the way, one day at a time.
Ladies and gentlemen, I very humbly call upon the Moodley nieces to please come on stage, and nephews, the nieces and nephews to please come on stage, and our umpire is going to continue with another song tribute. I humbly call upon the nieces and nephews to please come.
All the cousins, the Moodley cousins, please make your way. my love. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we want to say a very, very big thank you to our Papa for the beautiful tribute that he has done with all his songs. Our next tribute is by our very respected Anna, our very respected brother, Mr. Moodley, who is the brother-in-law of Jayashree Moodley. I very humbly call upon Mr. Moodley to please come forward to pay his tribute. Moodley.
Ladies and gentlemen, I greet you in the precious name of the Almighty above. I'm going to begin with a quote from William Shakespeare, who said, "Friends, Roman countrymen." It was Mark Antony that stood at the grave of Julius Caesar and says, "I've not come here to praise him, but to bury him." No amount of words I'm going to say here today will be able to restore this immortal body back to life. But what I can say, based on the tributes given by these kids, that he seemed to have been an epitome of love. No matter which walk of faith we come from, we all believe that our lives are controlled by a divine power, which I would like to call God. G-O-D, good, orderly direction. And we know that when we're in trouble, we say where there is a need, God sows that seed. I'm here to give you a message of hope, H-O-P-E, hearing other people's experiences. The singer that you heard is from my band, and I think in our lifespan we must have conducted over about 100 funerals. And it is one of pain to the living, but painless to the dead. And one of high emotions to the living, but emotionless to the dead. If you walk into a graveyard, and if you do have the chance, take cognizance of this fact. On the tombstone will be a date of birth and a date of death. And that is separated by a small stroke called an hyphen. That stroke is so short, from the date of birth to the date of death, telling you how short our lives are on earth. That's your timeline. But we tend to live our lives like we are going to exist till eternity. There was a man that walked up to fire and he asked fire, "Are you the most powerful?" And fire says, "I'm not the most powerful. Water is the most powerful. You throw water on me and it'll extinguish me immediately." So he went to water and he says, "Are you the most powerful?" And water says, "I'm not the most powerful. The sun is the most powerful. It can evaporate me from the surface of the earth and leave me absolutely dry." Then he asked the sun, "Are you the most powerful?" The sun says, "No, I'm not the most powerful. Clouds are the most powerful. They can block me from the surface of the earth anytime it wants to." Then he finally asked clouds, "Are you the most powerful?" Cloud says, "No, the wind is the most powerful. It can blow me across the surface of the earth at any point in time." Then he went to wind and he says, "Then wind, you must be the most powerful." And wind says, "I'm not the most powerful. Because when I hit against a mountain, my power is lost. I'm dispersed." Then he went to the mountain and says, "Then you have to be the most powerful." And mountain says, "I'm not the most powerful. Man is the most powerful. Because he can put dynamites around me and bring me to the ground within seconds." And he finally said to man, "Are you the most powerful?" He says, "No, I'm not the most powerful. Death is the most powerful. It can knock at my door unannounced and remove me off this earth whenever it chooses to do so." So he went to death and he says, "Death, are you the most powerful?" And death says, "No, I'm not the most powerful. God has conquered me." We go to temples, we go to churches, we go to mosques. Now is the time to put the power of your prayer into application. Because we all know, and every faith teaches you of a resurrection, that the soul will rise. Every one of us here are saying in our minds that he's with the Maker, he's with God, he's in heaven. So if heaven is such a good place, why are we afraid to die? Death is inevitable. When I was in primary school, my teacher taught me a poem. Life is a thing that goes on wheels, death is a thing that no man feels. If life was a thing that money could buy, then the rich would live and the poor would die. And God in his wisdom made it so, together the rich and the poor must go. And who are we going to question him so? Death is inevitable, ladies and gentlemen. What kills us? A.C. Bhaktivedanta, the founder of the Hare Krishna movement, puts it across so beautifully. He says the lotus is a flower that grows on murky water. No matter how high the surface of the water would rise, it will never touch the leaves of the lotus flower. He says dependent on water, but not attached. What kills us? Attachment. But we believe in those prayers to whichever religious institution we go to. And we got to strongly believe, absent in the body, present with the Lord. That's exactly where Jason is. Tom Cruise acted in a movie called The Last Samurai. And when you watch that movie, when the greatest battle general died, and Tom Cruise goes up to the emperor to report the death, he says, you know what, we've lost the greatest battle general. And the emperor jumped up in alarm, and first thing he says, how did he die? And that's the question we all ask when somebody dies. How did he die? And Tom Cruise said it so nicely. Don't ask me how he died, ask me how he lived. With these words, ladies and gentlemen, I urge of you to give this family the support they deserve. Death is not easy to accept, but yet it is a reality. I'm going to leave you with this little message of hope. When somebody closes their eyes, it must open their eyes of the living. So we live our life. How many of us here today have taken stock? Life is short. Life is short. We all say this. You know, tomorrow you're here, today you're here, tomorrow you're gone, but we'll go back and still live the same lives that we have. But for a temporary moment, we take an inventory of our lives. There was a child, a true story, that died in Canada. In the biting and frost, nail-biting winters of Canada, this child went into the open fields. And in Canada, they have a double dwelling. Two sections of the house, upstairs and the bottom. In winter, they move into the bottom. And the whole town looked for this child for 6 days, and they couldn't find this child. And finally, the mayor was on the staircase of the city hall, and he called the town and he said to these people, this is our last day of search. If we don't find this child will be declared dead, because no child can live under these traumatic or catastrophic circumstances in terms of the weather. And there was a little boy, 6 years old, who said, Honorable Mayor, we all are walking in groups and looking on the field, and we are missing certain points or patches to search. Why don't we all hold hands together and we all walk together across the field so no spot will be uncovered? And all of them did that. They took this child's advice and they found this child. But the sad part is, this child was dead. And the post-mortem report stated, had this child been found 1 day earlier, this child would have been alive. Members of the family, relatives, I just want to say this. Do we hold hands before the crisis, or do we hold hands after the crisis? May God grant this family the serenity to accept the things they cannot change. Give them the courage to change the things they can, and bestow them with the wisdom to know the difference. At this point in time, I can tell you these people won't even know who came and who didn't come. But I think when they'll need you is tomorrow, to give them that support to go through this tragic and painful loss. With these words, I say thank you and God bless you.
Ladies and gentlemen, I say a very humble, big country, a very big thank you to our very respected elder, Mr. Muthu Murugan, for the beautiful tribute that he has given. Our very next tribute is by the cousin on behalf of the Moodley family, and she is none other than Kali Moodley. I very humbly call on Kali Moodley to please come forward to present a tribute. Thank you. And this tribute is on behalf of Moodley. The cousin, Kali Moodley, will give the presentation.
My humble greetings to one and all of you, family and friends. Kali was given the honor of speaking on behalf of the cousins. My granddad had 52 grandchildren, and because we couldn't keep up with the day-to-day activities, we formed a group, the Mother Moodley Chat Group. And we lost a lot of cousins along the way, and today we're losing Jason. We've lost Jason already, and this tribute is from the remaining of the cousins. They've summed it up, and I'm going to read it to you on behalf of Patty. Vanakkam, Namaste, and divine greetings to one and all. Today I stand here with mixed emotions, one of the heartache and sorrow, but then it gives me a sense of love and closeness to say a few words and pay tribute to our amazing son, brother, mama, nephew, and cousin, the late Jason Moodley. To a mother, a son is never a fully grown man. He remains a child forever, and a child is one who holds the bond in a family, bringing love, laughter, and joy. These are such profound words that make any soul dance the glory of love. Jason was the only son to my dear uncle and aunt, Pete and Dolly, and brother to Jane, Jayashree, and Jessica. He has 2 nephews and 3 nieces, and not forgetting his brothers-in-law, Percy, Francis, and Yogi, and a host of friends and family. He was born into the Mother family known for their beautiful eyes, distinct laughter, and fun-loving character. Jason's smile and laughter lit up any function. Today I stand here to celebrate the life and times of my dear cousin. He grew up to be a fine young man, raised by his parents with fragility and care. He matriculated at Avonport Secondary and thereafter joined his dad in the trucking business. The hallmark of the Mother legacy, he worked tirelessly, sometimes day and night, putting his parents first in all that he did. The Moodley family always made the best of any situation, always ending in melodious tunes and filled the air with roaring laughter. Jason was the life of many of such functions, where his unique sense of humor, distinct giggles, and having something to say to each of his cousins would sometimes make of them turn red with what he said. He had no filter and was never shy to say what he wanted to say. After parties was the order of the day, and if Jason was not there, then you definitely knew he was missing. Jason lived his life on his own terms. He brought our family's tracks to life, often expressing his wit and humor. He loved his dressing and would look dashing in whatever he wore. He loved family unconditionally, making sure everyone was jovial and happy. He had an impact on so many lives, a kind and loving character that is so rare to find. He had a unique character, but never forsook from the qualities of the Madness family, from the Mother family, sorry. Even during this time of illness, he still spread his sense of humor, telling his family he would be late and they would book MTS's all for his funeral. That was Jason. As his soul leaves his earthly abode, we can be rest assured that our heavenly family is waiting to receive him with open arms. I cannot imagine the party they will have with most of them sharing similar qualities with him. May his soul attain moksha, and may Lord Namaste give my uncle and his family the courage, strength, and fortitude to deal with the irreplaceable loss. Jason, go well, my brother. Dance with all the angels, and we will continue to keep your spirit alive. Our loss is Evan's gain. Go well, brother. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we will say a big anniversary to Tirumati Kali Modi for a beautiful tribute that she has presented. Our next tribute is by a very good family friend, Mr. Deva. I very humbly call upon Mr. Deva and family friends to present this tribute.
I greet you all this afternoon in the name of my Master and Mentor, His Holiness Brahma Shri Saraswati, to whose grace we have assembled. I was sitting here from the time we came in, and I think you all noticed there was a great influx of mourners coming to bypass the prophet. Then we were absorbed with the songs by our Muslim brothers, devotional hymns and song tributes. Thereafter, we listened to some tributes from the nieces and nephews. And all of you must agree that while tears welled in our eyes, there was an outpouring of love and an outburst of emotions while they were in flight with the tributes. That alone now is a tribute itself for the uncle, for the mama they used to refer to him as, so affectionately touching their hearts. And if you look at the setting of this dignified funeral, it is in a very cultural and Saivite setting. That will give you the background of the family and the way they carry themselves. Brothers and sisters, at this point, I just want to share with you a few things. It is the deep sense of respect and love that we want to acknowledge the presence of the visible shaken parents, that's Peter, Uncle Peter and Auntie Dolly, for the loss of their only son. Brothers and sisters, friends, it is not easy to part with a son or a daughter or a child. It is a very painful and agonizing moment for them. We pray to Lord Shiva to give them the strength and courage to go through this with us as we conduct this funeral. They say in life we are, and in us is life. God, the giver of all life, is the taker of all life, which was beautifully explained by our Moodley. And he also said, there is a day when we come and there is a day when we go. And in between the two dates is the life that we live. I don't want to elaborate too much on the life that he lived, because we heard a lot from the nieces and nephews, and they summed it up really well. That oozing of love, they said love is God and God is love. And if you only take that lesson, and I think Jason has lived a good life by practicing them. As a comfort and consolation in our deep grief, we must understand that our soul, the real self of man, the free, the unchangeable, is beyond all conditions, and as such is neither birth nor death. That has no birth or death. Without birth or death eternal, ever existing is the soul of man. The body perishes from dust to dust, and ashes to ashes will return. But the soul is forever in existence. Coming back to direct the life of Jason directly, Jason was a humble, simple, hard-working, approachable person who had a good sense of humor. He dedicated his life to the welfare of his parents, and he took really good care of them. He was his father's escort, always together with him. Wherever you spotted them, Peter and Lolly will miss him, and this much needed and most sought out company from now onwards. Jason was indeed very helpful, and his soul will be blessed for this. In the Bible we learn, honor the father and mother. We say in our religion, our parents are our first visible gods. We may learn, we may listen, we may preach, but to practice this is the best thing to do. But in our Jason's case, this was practiced. In life also we have many challenges, and how we place our comfort and confront these challenges are solely our responsibility. Therefore, we must find the strength in our weaknesses. We all have weaknesses as we are mortal beings, but in all that, we must still have to look for our strengths. Jason was innovative, skilled, and very talented in motor mechanics. He was so competent that even without a formal qualification in motor mechanics, he could assemble a stripped engine and start it on the floor himself. This was done many times, and someone shared this with me when they said to me yesterday that he rebuilt his own tip truck and was using it in the last job before his demise. He was driving it himself. This will show you his determination and the will to succeed. Unfortunately, his health compromised his plans and goals. We are all deeply saddened to lose someone so close at the age of 50. We also reflect on the parents' well-being and the pain at this moment, as I already said. We cannot take away the pain from them, but we can also share the pain. At this point, I want to express and of course join all of you seated here in expressing to the family, to Uncle Peter, to Auntie Dolly, to Jessica, Jane and Jayshri, and together with their families, immediate families, and of course all the grandchildren, the nieces and nephews. I want to express to them our deep-seated love and sympathy and profound condolences at this time for this irreplaceable loss that they are going through at the moment. And I think it is appropriate for me to conclude by saying that we must remember Jason today for the life he lived, for all what he did, and most of all, for all the people that he touched and endeared his life with, and that was clearly shown how to beat by his nephews and nieces. And I want to finally end with a quote by Rabindranath Tagore, which will be appropriate at this funeral, this dignified funeral for Jason that we are having, and say goodbye to him. Rabindranath Tagore was a poet, and the quote reads, "I know that the day will come when my sight of the earth shall be lost, and life will take its leave in silence. Drawing the last curtain over my eyes, yet stars will watch at night, and morning rise as before, and hours heave like sea waves, casting up pleasures and pains. When I think of this end of moments, the barrier of the moments breaks, and I see the light of death, a world with its careless treasures. Rare in its lowest scent, rare in its meanest of lives. Things that I have longed for in vain, and things that I got, let them pass. Let me but truly possess the things that I have spared and overlooked." And finally, the last quotation from Mark Twain. "It's not how you die, but it's how you live." With that, I want to thank the family for giving me this opportunity to express this few words of sympathy on behalf of Jason. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, on behalf of the family, I want to take the opportunity of thanking our very respected elder, who is a family friend, Mr. Deva, for his beautiful tribute that he has presented. Ladies and gentlemen, I know there were a lot of people that have come in, did not meet you, Those of you who want to come and you are most welcome to you at any point in time. At approximately 10 past 3, we are going to do a very important prayer, that is the rose prayer, that the family is going to be doing the rose prayer. At that time, we will give it full rights to say the last goodbyes. From now to, at that time, those of you who will never come and view, or those of you who would like to come and view, say their last goodbyes, you are most welcome to do so. And this will receive a wonderful song that is requested by the family members, one of the golden oldies that our brother really love. And I'm going to do the song on behalf of the family. Ladies and gentlemen, we have a vote of thanks and tribute by the Sister Jayashri and the brother-in-law, Sister Francis Moodley. I very humbly call upon the Sister Jayashri and Mr. Francis Moodley to please come forward to present the vote of thanks and the tribute.
Gratitude is the memory of the heart. Good afternoon, family and friends. Today, as we celebrate the life of my beloved brother, Jason, our hearts are heavy with grief, but also filled with deep gratitude. And as we remember and honor him, we are reminded of the importance of gratitude. As Martin Luther King Jr. taught, life's most persistent and urgent question is, what are you doing for others? In reflecting on this, we give thanks for the love, laughter, and light of our dear one, that our dear one brought into our lives and to the lives of many others. Even in times of sorrow, we hold on to hope, for as King said, we must accept finite disappointment, but never lose infinite hope. Let us be grateful for every moment shared, for every memory created, and for all the blessings that continue to surround us. In our gratitude, we find strength, peace, and the courage to carry forward the legacy of love and service that was shown to us by Jason. On behalf of my family, I want to express our heartfelt thanks to Dr. Justin Governor and the compassionate staff of King Edward Hospital. Dr. Justin cared for Jason with such kindness and understanding. Thank you to our service providers, Pine Town Funeral Services, Livestream A to Z, our backpack, Mr. Raymond Hussein, our lovely band, and to our family and friends. Thank you for your unwavering love, your prayers, your messages, and your comforting presence in our darkest moments. Your support has been our strength. Knowing that so many of you kept Jason in your thoughts and prayers means more than words can ever express. Most of all, thank you for being here to honor Jason. He was not just a brother, he was a bright light in our lives. His laughter, his kindness, his loving heart will live on forever in our memories. As Lord Shiva reminds us, in the heart of destruction lies creation. In every ending, there is a new beginning. May Lord Shiva bless Jason's soul with eternal peace and guide him to the path of liberation. From the bottom of our hearts, thank you for walking this journey with us. Before I take my leave, brother, I want to apologize to you for the many times I scolded you. I want you to know, Jesus, that scolding came from a very pure place called love. And the reason for that was that I knew your potential and worth, and I wanted you to push you to your limits to be the man I knew you could be. You may have not gotten your engineering degree, but you were as good as any engineer out there. You could build a truck from the ground up. And you were surrounded by people who knew your value, but also disrespected your value because you had such a big heart for no bad in anyone. Pro bono work was not going to make you who I wanted you to be. But I guess for you, you were just wanting to live your life on your terms. I want you to know that I was also so proud of you, just as you were proud of me. I will love you forever till we meet again. Rest well. After the cremation, we will be serving supper at my mom's place, and we'd really like to invite all of you to come and share a meal with us. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are from the family of taking the opportunity of thanking Jay Shri, the brother-in-law, Mr. Francis Morgan, for the beautiful tribute and the vote of thanks he had given us. And once again, for those of you who now come and view, you are most welcome. The viewing is still open. At about 10 past, we have another 10 minutes more. Then the family is going to do the close prayer. So those of you who never come and view, please come. And you can stay your last view at about 10 past. All the families are going to come to the view.
Mandir Namah Shivaya Mangale Nanse Podekku Kandave Dhanakal Modaganapati Hare Mare Ayanam Malam Amarade Munivetanam Muri Muri Vanidiyendam Mudalvane Namasivaya Mudalvane Namasivaya Mudalvane Namasivaya Mudalvane Namasivaya Mudalvane Namasivaya Adiyai Vedananda Adi Muri Teriyai Vannam Suriyai Nirve Nirve Surivane Namasivaya Surivane Namasivaya Surivane Namasivaya Surivane Namasivaya Surivane Namasivaya Idiyadi Devitana Sirumalagamaya Kayanam Moodley Kadakule Namasivaya Kadakule Namasivaya Kadakule Namasivaya Kadakule Namasivaya Kadakule Namasivaya Idiyai Korpondra Idiyai Padivatorma Pradiyai Servoti Vannale Namasivaya Vannale Namasivaya Vannale Namasivaya Vannale Namasivaya Vannale Namasivaya Vannale Vayyakuma Purannudan Irgi Vannam Vannale Malaram Vannale Namasivaya Vannale Namasivaya Vannale Namasivaya Vannale Namasivaya Vannale Namasivaya Vannale Vayyakuma Purannudan Irgi Vannam Vannale Malaram Vannale Namasivaya Vannale Namasivaya Vannale Namasivaya Vannale Namasivaya Vannale Namasivaya.
The family also requested one of the golden only songs apart from Devan Koval. The Tillai Ampala Nararaja that they have requested.
Genge Yanindava Kando Murabila கடையாடும் பாதவினோத லிங்கேஸ்வர நின்றான் சுமீத தில்லை அம்பல நகராஜ விநாயகரே பரமேச தில்லை அம்பல நகராஜ விநாயகரே பரமேச அழகே தாண்டவா பாபா அமிதாண்டவா அழகே தாண்டவா பாபா அமிதாண்டவா தில்லை அம்பல நகராஜ விநாயகரே பரமேச Ladies and gentlemen, I would just inform our very respected elder Mr. Francis Moodley that the cool drinks are provided for you all outside at refreshment, water and cool drink. If you are thirsty or if you are making your way out, you may refresh yourself by having some water. Cool drink is provided for you. At this conjunction, we are going to be moving on with the rose prayer, the very important prayer. Our Dianka Moodley is going to be handing out the roses to each and every one of the family members. Once you get your roses, to say your last goodbyes, to say Bikka Nandri Anna for what you have done for the short time that you have been here. Till we meet again. So the family members, Dianka and the family members will be presenting it to each and every one of you when you get your roses. After this song, when I sing, it's the song to open the civil over, where our brother is going to move very, very calmly and very nicely to his continued journey after civil over. I very humbly ask them to please hand out the roses. அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி தனிபெரும் கருணை தனிபெரும் Dhanasegran Moodley அவர்களுக்கு அவர் ஆத்மாவோ நல்லதும் சாஸ்திரத்தும் தேவாய ஓம் சிவனே கடுவி குணபாய தேவா கடுவி நமச்சிவாய வாழ்வில் நாம் தான் வாழ்வில் இப்போதும் என்றென்றும் ஈசனடி போற்றி என்றடி போற்றி தேசனடி போற்றி give the next person an opportunity to speak last words to say the last advice. Devakaraye
அன்பர்களே, பெரியோர்களே, தாய்மார்களே, என் உள்ளம் கனிய வணக்கம் நான் தெரிகிறேன். We are now gathered to the tail end of today's proceedings. Let us put our hands together. Brother Mervyn will sing the Muthineri after I have concluded a bit of prayer, and then we will be proceeding to the inner chamber.
Parami
परमेश्वरा भक्त जन प्रिया सर्वलोकैकनाथा जगत्कारणा जन्ममागणा नागभूषणा नन्दिवागणाय पशुपति पार्वतीवती हर हर महादेव शंभो ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय அருட்பெரும் ஜோதி தேவனி தனிப்பெரும் கருணை ஆண்டவனி இந்த மண் உலகத்திற்கும் நீ கண் கண்ட தேவா சொன்னாலும் கேட்டாலும் வழிகாப்பவனி ஆண்டவனி உனது சக்தி உனது அருள் நீ தர வேண்டும் இந்த ஆத்மக்கு சாந்தி தர வேண்டும் இந்த ஆத்மக்கு செய்யாத பாவங்களும் நீக்க வேண்டும் இந்த குடும்பத்தார் அவர் மனத்தின் மூலம் நீ தீர்க்க வேண்டும் ஓம் சிவசிவாய நமः.
My humble apologies to Guru. I forgot to mention my sincere thanks to you on behalf of my family. Guru was there early this morning before me actually. And when I arrived, he had everything in order and he was explaining to me so I can be his little helper. And you are the one that is actually going, set this the motion for my brother to make his way to Lord Shiva. And we are really grateful to you. And that we thank you.
Maybe all put our hands together, joining the Lord's Prayer. Dhanasegran Service very well conducted by South Guru Mervyn Munyan, Amarada Munyan brothers Guru Mervyn Munyan, and the harmonic player is Bhadji Munyan, daughter of Guru Sada Munyan, the journalist, Bhadji Munyan, the harmonic player, and last but not least, our very professional player, Mr. Ivan Veer, is also named Ivan Veer, and I'm Guru Mervyn Munyan, one of the Munyan brothers. Ladies and gentlemen, when you're making your way out, I very humbly ask you, do not stand at the corridor, do not stand at the way. There is another certain road that is going to be in process at 4 o'clock, and there will be a lot of service providers will be moving in and out. So please do not stand and block the way, give them space to work. And if you want to speak to your family and relatives, if you go on far under the trees, they will be really appreciated. We can leave for that.